Hey Jason, how is your day going?
Not too good, Paul. I've been trying to figure out a way that anthropology relates to business, but I just can't seem to find any connections between the two.
You can't find any connections? You must be kidding me. There are tons of connections.
Really? Well, give me a few pointers then.
Okay. Well, let's focus on the main points of how business relates to anthropology. Alright, Jason, anthropology meets business by means of cross-cultural communication, which can be a difficult task if you are not equipped with the proper business techniques of that country.
Well, what do you mean by proper business techniques?
Well, let's start by explaining how normal business meeting interactions go here in the United States. For example, when you need to schedule an appointment, you usually never talk to the person you are setting up an appointment with. You usually will talk to their secretary or subordinate employee.
Really? Okay, what else?
Well, when you first meet somebody you shake hands, but when you shake hands you must make sure you are standing up and give a firm handshake while looking at the person to show respect. Also, when exchanging business cards in the United States, there is no set formal way to exchange them. It's more of an informal situation.
It's not disrespectful to just put the card in your pocket.
No, like I said, it's really not seen as a sign of disrespect in America. One last thing that you should remember about business in the United States is to always thank the person for their time at the end of the meeting, and usually will end with another handshake.
Okay, well, now that you've explained how normal business meetings in the United States are handled, what should I know when traveling to a foreign country?
Well, it depends. What country would you be visiting?
Well, my next business meeting is in China, so let's use China as an example.
Okay, well, in the case of China, their business meetings differ quite significantly compared to the US.
Are you serious, Paul? I've probably been upsetting them since I've been doing business there for a few months now.
It's okay, Jason, that's why I'm here, to give you a better understanding of how the cross-cultural communication works between here and China.
Okay, well, thanks, Paul. Now how about giving me a few tips for my next business trip?
Alright, well, let's start by explaining how you're supposed to set up a business meeting in China.
What do you mean set up? You're not just supposed to call and set up a meeting?
No, Jason. I'm surprised they have even let you set up a meeting.
Come to think of it, they did start to sound mad when I called them about a meeting.
Yes, I believe it. To set up a business meeting in China the proper way, you are supposed to send a letter to the senior-most member of the company requesting permission to contact them by phone and the reason you are contacting them.
Really? No wonder they have never been nice people to me when I arrive at a meeting. What else you got?
Well, if you plan to do a lot of business in China, you will probably need to hire a local representative to basically keep your presence known in whatever company you're working with and make sure your contacts in China are current.
Okay, what about time frame for setting up meeting?
As far as a time frame goes, you should normally give several weeks' notice before a meeting to make sure they have the proper amount of time to prepare for the meeting. Also, before attending the meeting, you should hire your own translator because it is seen as a sign of weakness if you don't come prepared to the meeting. Also, when meeting with Chinese businessmen, it is okay for you to shake hands since that is how they commonly treat foreign business partners.
Okay, great. Well, what about business cards in China? Because I've handed them my card before and they gave me a look of disgust and never gave me one of their business cards.
Well, I can understand that, Jason, since business cards in China is one of the most respect things in their business culture. When exchanging business cards, you must remember a few things, such as always exchange cards at the beginning of the meeting and in the proper manner. The proper manner would be with two hands extended and a bow, and then you receive it the same way.
Well, where do I put the card once I receive it from my business partner?
When you receive the card, you are to put it in a case made only for carrying business cards and keep the case tucked into your jacket pocket.
Well, what should I do if they want to meet at a restaurant but I'm not particularly hungry at that moment?
Well, Jason, You should always attend the meeting and never cancel. As for the food, you should still eat some food since they have shown you respect for inviting you to a meal to discuss business.
Anything else that I should know when attending foreign business meetings?
No, I think you're all set for meeting with foreign business partners.
Sweet, well thank you Paul, you've been a big help to me.
No problem, Jason. Just remember that anthropology has a significant part in foreign business relations because without it you wouldn't know how to properly respect your foreign business partners.